LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, Portland, Oregon.
Watch out, take care, beware of falling swingers. Drumming all around you. The pain of feeling good in your fingertips. Beware of darkness. Watch out now, people, take care, beware the thoughts that linger. Winding up inside your head. The hopelessness around you. Beware of silence. just can't stay. It's gotta go, get the hell away. Well, I tried to get me some peace today, but the future seems so far away. There's a revolution ahead. We must try to really understand. And the truth of our illusion is a freedom revelation. Join up as a revolution man. Join up as a revolution man. Join up as a revolution man. Join up as a revolution man.
We'll grab you. Come, just keep loading in, and I'll grab you for a second. Talking to this mic when we go. Are we back?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back. Welcome. That was quick. Yes, there's a ton of action planned for today. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our show, but what we like to do is kind of do the unexpected, and we're a live podcast offered every last Monday of the month. I have with me the Peasant Revolution Band, some of the finest musicians on this block, even with the Alberta Rose right next door to us. So, speaking of which, I have, of course, our regular Stephen Cebula on the bass, the Commander on the harmonica, and of course, our musical director, Reece. Rich, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Dave.
It's Jeff.
That's right.
Jeff. But
Okay.
no, that's cool. It's cool. You get one of these days.
Sure.
Is there anything new going on in your world of things?
Not really.
Okay.
Very excited about the tickets we got for the Tanya Harding Film Festival.
Tanya Harding, she's a celebrity again. She's back in the news, I see.
You can put it that way, yeah. It's actually over at the Alberta Rose Theater, if you can believe that. So we're very
Yeah, you can
very
just put
excited
it
about
there.
that.
Put it there. Cool. We got this Russian intern in here.
Oh, is there some sound stuff happening?
Nedchev, how many more trips you got?
Like 2 or 3.
Go ahead. We'll talk to Nedchev in a second here. I might have to use a little Google Translator on that, but and yeah, all sorts of things.
Is that
happening
Paul
right now.
Manafort?
Well, no, Paul Manafort is not here yet, but I did want to point out that we are entirely funded. Trench Digger Productions got some funding from the Russian government, and they make us hang these posters up. We got a new one. My Russian's a little rusty. I believe it's Vrag Kovoren Bud na Cheku. He's apparently strangling a wolf in sheep's clothing. The Russians hated Nazis. Did you know that? I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah, they didn't like them too well.
I don't understand. Well, because it seems like there's a lot of Nazis around these days, and the Russians are always in the news. I'm confused if we're all heading back to World War II again or something.
I don't think so. I think it'll be more like something else.
Yeah, Chip. How many more trips? One more trip. Okay, that's a dean in Russian. Adin.
Oh.
Adin. So we'll grab Nedchev when he gets back here.
He was born in a barn? Is that what you were saying?
Nabokov, I believe they call it.
Oh, yeah, that guy was a class act.
Yes. Salacious interviewer. Lots of dirty gossip.
Well, you know what? Speaking of dirty, Dr. Thompson was saying he once hung out with Nabokov and his niece at Sun Valley, and it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever heard. And Lolita came out like 3 years later.
Really?
Yeah.
So Hunter S., the doctor, the gonzo journalist.
Yeah, he was older than you think, right? So he was
Wow.
around for some stuff in the 60s that, he was definitely older than the baby boomers. So he'd seen and heard a lot of things, but that's neither here nor there.
Come here. Say hi to our audience. So this Russian laborer, he's really good with English. You can just speak on that mic there real quick. And I just had a couple questions for you. Spasiba. This poster, it brings up a lot of things in my mind. Mostly, how do you Russians handle gub control?
Balls.
I'm not quite familiar with that. Okay.
Balls.
Okay, and are you, where's your next stop for things?
In your pants.
Is that in, near Ernst?
It's
In your pants. In your
It's
pants.
near Moscow.
Moscow.
Yeah,
Muscovites, yeah. In your pants. I never heard that. In your pants. Must be a small town.
Putin like.
Putin-like. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Let me stop you. I won't get you in trouble with the big Putin, right? So you go on.
Big Putin. That's my girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't mean to get that on. Okay. Well, you go ahead. Get on with your date. It's thank you. Now the cough. До свидания. Oh, I love our new funding sources. It's just great. And speaking of funding sources, it looks like it's already time to pay some bills. Really, they are so honest about this stuff. Okay, we're going to take a little advertising break. We'll be right back with the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour.
Join the legion of satisfied advertisers who have already established a connection with the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. They could tell you how it's improved their business, but let us save them the trouble. Advertising with us will increase your business 15, 25, even as much as 35%. Join these other fine advertisers and see your business improve.
And I was telling him not to drop it on the floor like that. It like almost broke, but makes me very uncomfortable. The Russians. Oh, we're back. We're live. Welcome back to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. We have a surprise guest coming in the second half, if we can make it till then. But I wanted to talk to you all about some things that, along with our new funding, we're out there being encouraged to look for new opportunities because I guess a lot of the countries around the world are more oligarchic than any other form of government these days, and following in the path of our oligarchic inspirations, we're all looking for a deal. We're some cheap content, so I had all of these deals going on with my Russian connections with the Weinstein Group to get all of this access, and now I know what happened there. They filed for bankruptcy. Did you hear about this?
I heard about that.
It's over. It's over. And it's got me thinking about a lot of topics that are in the news these days. Because those Weinstein brothers had they had a lot going for them. They were very influential in helping really progressive causes in America, and they helped launch a lot of careers. And yet there's all of this violence that goes on, and it's ludicrous because the men that bring you Quentin Tarantino and Uma Thurman. It's cacophony to me to believe that they're somehow responsible for the things going on right now.
Well, I don't think that's totally accurate.
Come on. You're saying that John Travolta's career being revived is not part of what's going on right now?
I don't think so, because that had to do with him being a Scientologist, didn't it?
Well, I thought it was his dancing with Uma in the legendary classic Pulp Fiction.
And his man boobs?
Well, see, you know, Rich, I didn't want to bring this up, but
Sure.
it is on topic. You're talking about man boobs, and I personally am a little offended by that.
You're offended. Well, I'm kind of an expert on the topic, but that's a whole other...
I just think, you know, certain things shouldn't be discussed.
Right.
You know, too much information.
That's
Some things
probably a
are better
little
left
excessive.
unsaid. And yeah, people do. They pick on people. They abuse their power.
So you think people are picking on Weinstein? Because...
I do.
Okay.
They're picking on him because he has man boobs. Okay, there. I said it again. I don't
Oh,
like
I was
saying
talking about
man boobs.
Travolta, you know, in Pulp Fiction, you know, he was...
Don't you get it, man? He was getting Travolta represents Harvey. It's like a whole thing.
Oh, okay, so Weinstein's just kind of this bumbling fool who can't even be trusted with a suitcase?
Well, that was my impression. Yeah.
Oh,
I thought that was the
okay.
whole plot of it. Was, you know,
He's not a
Harvey fiction.
not a business mastermind who's not about
He yelled at a lot of
delusion.
people. I saw a documentary. He even yelled more than his brother. Very, very yelly.
Oh.
Old yeller, they called him.
Is that right? Oh, so we have to shoot him at the end? Is that... Or am I thinking of something else?
Well, if it was a Tarantino movie, yeah, you probably would. You'd probably take him. I'm actually... I want to see Tarantino do the Harvey Weinstein story. That would be something, right?
Okay, yeah. I could
play
bang
the
for all
wife.
that.
That'd be fun.
I don't think she wants to be anywhere near it, but she can take a paycheck out of that for sure.
Sure. Yeah, well, everyone can. But you know, talking about abuse, there's so much abuse going on in the world, and I don't want to get too personal, Rich, but you and I share. The type of abuse I want to talk about is
So you're
it
gonna bring
happens
it up
in
on camera.
families.
You're gonna bring it up on camera.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. It's,
Okay.
It's the
I'd
abuse
share
of
that
the musical
stuff.
nature is what I'm concerned of.
Yeah.
You know, you and I hail from generations of musical abuse, and you know, I think it's all right to talk about that.
So you're just outing me as a victim.
Well, I feel that people can grow and learn from our experience. I had to learn guitar from my dad, who learned guitar and fiddle, most of all fiddle, from his grandmother.
Right.
And
Right.
Grandpa played French horn.
Oh, I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, Grandpa was, and my cousin Joel followed for. I would love to get him on the show and see if
Sure.
he still knows a few French horn licks.
Oh, okay.
But you know, it was scarring. You got to learn
Certainly.
Beatles songs, and you don't get taught how to read music. You just have to
Oh,
pick it
yeah.
up by ear.
You're in that weird age where, like, the Beatles weren't cool for a while, right? I've heard about that. Like, there was a period, I think maybe like in the late 70s or the 80s, where the Beatles were considered to be not cool by some people.
Well,
Yeah.
Stones fans don't think they're very cool.
Right.
And, Beatle fans don't think the Stones fans are very cool. And then the Kinks fans don't think either of them are cool.
Right.
Portland's made up of all of them.
Is it?
It's very
Yeah.
confusing.
I thought it was just made up of... It's all rich people now. You know what they like? They like Eric Clapton.
Right.
But not the
right.
cream stuff, none of the cool stuff. No, they like the bluesy stuff that he was doing. And
Well, there was this phase where he was, I believe he was a victim of musical abuse. You know, he
Oh,
started
I
very
didn't know
young,
that.
and he became an alcoholic, and he's openly discussed this. But apparently, that's that period that he was abusing alcohol the most to get over his musical abuse. The rich people were really drawn to that sound. So I guess that's, you know, Forever Man, that era, very popular
Oh,
amongst
sure.
the rich.
Well, they really like, what was that bluesy thing he was doing in the 90s? It was just reprehensible.
Like taking old blues guys,
Yeah, he was making like
and then like let's slow it
albums.
down
Yeah.
twice as slow, even that kind
He
of
was
thing.
even slowing his own stuff down.
That's why I call him slow hand.
I wanted to just repudiate the whole thing, but you know.
Yes. Well, and the interesting point that I'm getting at is this brings me to the violence out there is I'm very concerned about the gub control You know, it's a big thing right now.
The what?
Gub, is that how you say it? Gub?
Gub?
Gub, yeah.
Oh.
Is that Gub? It looks like Gub on my notes here.
Is that like when the kids do this with their arms? No, that's dabbing.
Well, I'm not. I thought I knew what Gub was. Is that what it is? Is dabbing?
No,
That's dubstep, I believe. Gub, the Gub control debate. Well, then I know this part. It says God and Gubs is our next thing we're supposed to get to, and I know a lot about God and I know a lot about Gubs because
And
apparently they
Gubs.
go together.
Okay. Let's.
For instance, there's the Bible has been the manufacturers of Gubs create these devices out of inspiration from actual Bible verses. Did you know that?
Now that I definitely did not know.
Yes.
Okay.
The
We're talking about some Old Testament stuff then, right?
well, you know, it goes back and forth. You got, like, for instance, the AR-15 was inspired by Corinthians 14 through 15. You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it says there, but the AR-15 comes from that.
Is that part of the Love Thy Neighbor?
You know, I get confused. But I do know that might be more New Testament-y. Like,
Right.
for instance, the German Schmeisser gun.
Right.
Also known as the burp gun, from what I recall. They were inspired by Paul verse 3.5. 3.5. I didn't know they got into decimal points in the Bible.
Right.
Maybe it's like a new Wikipedia Bible or something.
I think it's chapters and verses.
Chapter. Oh, is that the deal? Okay.
Yeah.
So chapter 3, verse 5, the origins of the German Schmeisser.
Yeah.
Right
For-
there.
For a multi-level marketing scheme, it's very well organized.
Well, those Deutschsprache, they know every angle. I'm going to pay some more bills here. It looks like we have another word from Sid, so let's see what Sid has to say.
You'd think people would be coming up to me all the time, saying they saw me on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour, drinking Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste the City coffee. But they still may not have a real sense that the brand is taking off. And that is all thanks to the advertisements that we're doing on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. You know, the thing that's crazy about it is, you know, seeing the brand take off with these advertisements. You know, sometimes I wake up in a cold sweat some mornings because I've been thinking all night, you know, what if I go to the store and they're out of Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City coffee? You know, and I hope it doesn't come to that. But advertising pays off.
crisp finish. Oh,
That was a crisp fetish. Yes.
crisp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, our guest is not here.
Let me tell you something. Working with a Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour marketing team, it's never been easier. So why isn't your business advertising on the show? You know what they tell me? They tell me that you're likely to see either a 15, 25, or 35% increase in your sales just from advertising on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour show. So look, I'm not kidding. Your business is going to improve. And don't you want that to happen? Don't you want an increase in your business? And it's easy. It's not going to cost a lot of money. It takes a little bit of money to make money. So, look at Jeff Dodge's suits. There's a costume budget there. But my God, advertise with these people. It's easy.
Oh, boy, that Sid gets me every time. Yeah, we have a lot of Russian influence going on now. The Ruskies, the Reds, why they aren't so red anymore. Like I said, oligarchy's the new cool these days across the world. But
I thought it was oilgarchy.
oilgarchy. Well, that's sort of older. Now there's all this tech.
Oh, okay.
And there's the millennials. They always like to subdivide all these things out.
Right,
So
they
you
call
got
them
your
garchies,
cybergarchy and
right?
Your oligarchies, your oilgarchies, and your modgarchy.
Oh.
The people with the haircuts who drive around
Sure.
on mopeds.
Oh,
they're
okay.
bad. So, but I did want to take this moment to reach out to one of our new. They sent us this CD here. I don't know if you can quite make that out, but yeah, it's Soviet and Russian marches. So they apparently want us to start doing some music.
Oh.
I don't know if that's instead of our music. There's kind of a creepy thing with this sponsorship going on, but we'll iron it out, I'm sure. But my next point is that there's these things going on out there. I don't know if you're familiar with this term, Rich. It's called the deep state.
Oh, sure. That's a style of pornography, isn't it?
I think so. And there's all this creepy stuff to it that is just not. In our day-to-day, as the mighty George Harrison said, beware of darkness. And I think if you concentrate on creepy stuff too much, it just gets intolerable, insufferable. There's no point.
So you think your guest got snapped up by a black helicopter? Is that?
Well, I'm hoping that's what happened, because the alternative is very, very scary. But I'm sure he's going to be with us any minute. It's a surprise guest. I haven't even told the band who this potential guest could be. But I do want to get back to the more positive sides of the deep state, because some of the things that have come out is that apparently a lot of politicians and people that work with covert operations of our mighty, massive government, they're actually fun-loving guys, and they're actually into a lot of innocent stuff that's really... for instance, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but James Comey is a huge Howdy Doody fan.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal.
Have you ever heard about that?
I hadn't heard about that. He's a little taller than your average Howdy Doody fan, I think.
Maybe it's like he wanted to be the marionette operator.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because then you wouldn't have to squat to do it. It would just be stand there and pull the strings. But what I didn't know, that's something some people are talking about. But I'm on some Russian connections. We found some other things out. James Clapper, are you familiar with him?
No.
James Clapper is also he worked for our government. I think he was a bookkeeper or something. But he is a big fan of Clarabelle the clown. from Howdy Doody.
Oh.
So they have this in common. And Clara Bell, she's very beautiful. And then there's, for instance, something else I was looking at, Mitch McConnell. Are you familiar with Mitch McConnell?
Sure. I saw him at the zoo.
He kind of looks a little like a turtle, and I know that's nice, but I don't like
He's
to
not
make...
as noble as those big old turtles that you see down in the South Pacific. I don't think, at least.
Well, sure,
He's
his
certainly not
neck,
as wise.
the way it contracts reminds me of that. And I don't like to make fun of people for their beliefs or what they think or their opinions. I mean, that's all your own. But how people appear, what they look like, I think that's, right? Isn't that fair? I love making fun of how people look. And that's sort of my value system there. But on that note, there's also, Mitch McConnell, the turtle, looks, apparently the turtle was inspired by Mr. Green Jeans from Captain Kangaroo.
No, I did not know that at all. Okay.
Captain Kangaroo. And there's another note I had here on Mr. Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House. He has a little claim to fame that I didn't even. This was stunning to me. Well, he apparently was. What tour?
He's doing a farewell tour.
Paul Ryan, the Speaker of the House.
Without Garfunkel.
Oh, right. Yes, but before he met Art Garfunkel, he's kind of around my age, and he had a side gig here doing as a 12-year-old, he did voiceover work for Thundar the Barbarian.
What's that? No, I didn't hear a word of that. Oh,
Princess Ariel. He was before his voice had changed, and he was Princess Ariel. Isn't that crazy? And you never would have got me on that. So Thundar the Barbarian, Paul Ryan. All these, so Deep State doesn't have to be so scary. There's a lot of fun in it, and a lot of fun-loving innocence that I think gets taken out of context a lot by serious people trying to do all this serious thing, musical abuse and gubs.
Right.
So anyway, we're going to take a quick break and see what the heck's up with our last guest here. We'll be right back with the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour, and I'm your host, Jeff Dodge.
What is this? You've given me nothing. This is just a bunch of notes. Okay, look. Basically, now I'm working for Jeff Dodge, I guess, But what we're trying to do is say, hey, advertise. Do it. The Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour is the way to go. First there was this guy named Burl Turlington, or Turl Burlington. Nobody could remember his name. And then there was Sticky Davis, and he got into a little trouble. But I got to tell you, this guy, Kevin Bright, they brought him on. He's smart, just like his name, and he makes great commercials. He's got great ideas. You're going to win by advertising with the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour TV show. Sales are going to go through the roof. You might even have to replace that roof. You know what I'm saying? But do it.
And Mitch was supposed to be the special guest, but I just got word that he's having. Well, no, Mitch McConnell. No, Mitch Humbucker, the other Mitch.
Oh.
It also
okay. The other disingenuous piece of shit. Okay.
Oh, we're back. Hi, welcome back, everybody, to the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. We're so glad you could stay with us and join us and give us 1 hour of your time every last Monday of the month at 9 p.m. here on Trench Digger Productions. Tonight, we're doing a special Facebook stream, and the audiences from last month might have seen our YouTube, but I feel that Facebook sort of needs its own audience appreciation, and so this might be redundant from some of our 3 fans from the YouTube subscriber list, but this is a special that the Russians are helping produce with me. It's about I think actions are better than words. Let's just take a look at it.
Hi, this is David Crosby of the Birds. You're watching the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour.
Clouds so swift, rain won't lift, gate won't close, railings froze. Get your mind off winter time, you ain't going nowhere.
I don't know, your eyes look very beautiful to me, Judy. You know, Judy, you have beautiful eyes. Your eyes are very beautiful, Judy. I can't believe I'm locked up. Going so stir crazy, I almost cut my hair.
Down in the easy chair, down in the easy chair, down in the easy chair. Oh yeah, down in the easy chair.
Another affair I'm picking up. Okay. Oh, and I'll be Johnny Boy. Okay, you get.
LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER. LUBIFER, the new driving service created for Portland, Oregon. Do you need some extra cash to pay the bills? Earn some with LUBIFER.
You'd think people would be coming up to me all the time, saying they saw me on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour, drinking Safford Brothers, Downtown Blend, Taste the City coffee. But they still may not have a real sense that the brand is taking off. And that is all thanks to the advertisements that we're doing on the Peasant Revolution Band Variety Hour. You know, the thing that's crazy about it is, seeing the brand take off with these advertisements. Sometimes I wake up in a cold sweat some mornings because I've been thinking all night, what if I go to the store and they're out of Safford Brothers Downtown Blend Taste the City coffee?
It's true.
And I hope it doesn't come to that. But advertising pays off.
Then we'll do another ad, and then we'll get to the song.
What song are we on?
Gonna miss you. 13.
The Stones?
No, it's this Roky Erickson guy. And, it's a thing what? Is that something?
That was some kind of rock and roll music.
We're live. Oh my goodness, we're live. We're back. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're glad you could stick with us this long hour of podcasting. We've covered a lot of subjects, a lot more than I intended to because we're seem to be short personnel. But we did get a wonderful some extra freight shipped in from Russia. I'm really excited to get in there and see what's not broken, what made the trip. But speaking of freight and traveling, Rich, you're very familiar with the mass transit system of our fair city, aren't you?
Certainly. Oh, yeah. They've got trains and buses. Got a big tram system.
I've never ridden the tram.
You've never rode the tram?
We have Portland, Oregon. I don't know if you're watching outside of Portland. We might have some Gresham viewers or Vancouver. But in Portland, there's a tram. And we invested billions of dollars for this tram, and it still works.
Yeah, it was like $50 million.
50 million.
Yeah.
I wasn't real good at math.
No, that's okay. It's a fun little tram. And if you like swinging around over the freeway, no windstorm.
Is that the view of the freeway mostly?
Well, no, that's straight down. No, the view overall is generally pretty good. You're looking straight east from kind of the OHSU area.
So Mount Hood would be in that panorama.
Oh, you can see Mount Hood. You can look down. You can see all the way out to the airport. You can see Mount St. Helens. And,
wow.
Yeah,
that would have been something
nice
to be up there when it blew.
Yeah. So what you could see, it was the psych ward, which was looking eastward back then.
Mm-hmm.
So we know a few things about what they were doing up there.
The psych ward. Yeah, I had friends in the psych ward.
Well, my shrink says,
friends, but
if you think you're going to kill yourself,
yes,
and the cops are going to take you to OHSU,
right,
you should just go ahead and do it. You should just kill yourself rather than going up there. But that's kind of a classic view.
Yeah.
They've gotten a little better lately.
Well, and that reminds me of the Russians wanted me to point that out every time we talk about this, is that Vrag Kovaren Vud Natiku is another thing to think about. So.
No, that's good insight there. One of the great things about public transportation is the smells.
The smells.
Yeah. Sometimes people say they don't have anywhere to go. And
this is reminding me of big cities. Are you saying that Portland is finally turning into a big city with these smells?
Not necessarily, but there's this very cool thing that some folks will do, like if their shoes get really wet.
Right.
They'll hop on the Max and they'll sit right near one of those under-seat heaters and take their shoes off to dry their shoes off, and more power to them. But you pretty much have to go sit at the other end of the car when that happens.
Well, is this like? This isn't like the Metro employees, right?
I know,
the people that work at the Metro building there, because I know they do all sorts of zany stuff.
Well, they do some wacky things. Those are the people who they treat it like it's like a locker room for bicyclists. They're right up on their bike, throw their bike up on the rack, and then get out of their multi-$1,000 fleece outfits and change into their work clothing.
Right. And they have a Nike or an Intel tattoo or something.
Oh, sure. But it's even the Metro people are bad. I mean, they're all waspy suburban people.
Right.
Anybody from Metro is watching. you fuckers would never give me a job anyway, so I don't care. Yes.
And
Clackamas County employee cackling in the background over there. Yes.
but
That's what I'm
however,
talking about.
any Russian Moscow metropolitan people that might be watching, we love your
Right.
transit system. And,
Theirs is supposed to be
especially the
okay.
train to Vladivostok, I hear is beautiful. So.
You know, I'm from the 80s, so I've never been over there.
Oh, you really should.
Yeah.
There's some interesting slums there.
That's what I keep hearing. I went to Romania once. And,
Really?
Yeah.
What was Romania like?
Well, this was just like 96, so
Oh, during the Clinton era.
yeah, Ceausescu had only been gone for about 6 years, so he might as well have still been around.
Chevsky, was that a ball player?
Well, he was the guy, he was killing all the people.
Oh, I didn't hear
taking
about
all the
that.
money and doing all these things. Yeah, it was pretty ugly.
I'm surprised Tarantino didn't make a movie about him or something.
Well, you know, Romania, that place smelled too. You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
So it's a
there's
very beautiful country, but
well, there's this thing they're talking about these days of causality and correlation.
right.
Have you heard that expression before?
Well, I don't know if that's the whole expression.
Well, it's in this case, so Romania would be the cause, and Portland would be the correlation.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
that
think what
the
they say
proper-
sometimes is that correlation doesn't necessarily demonstrate causality. Is that?
You know, the internet, it's just, it's there and then it's gone. I forget what.
Oh,
what
tell
I,
me
you know.
about it. You know, I hit my head
Mm-hmm.
a couple of years ago and ended up working for these peasants. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, that reminds me.
Oh, I just got a text.
I like to talk about the conditions of this city that we're in. Number one, that we have this mayor, Mayor Ted Wheeler, and he's got some things going on that I just don't know. I think what he's what? Oh, it's my lovely wife and realtor friend, Jamila. Jamila is here. Hi, honey. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
And do you have some real estate for the show?
Real estate? No.
Oh.
Real estate. Just you know,
What?
what I usually am going about this time.
All right. Good night, Jeff. This one goes out to